It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 8:38 p.m. Blair Jorgensen in the house.
Yo, yo.
For all those who don't know him, what's your fantasy name?
The London Bridge.
The London Bridge. And it's all going to come crashing down. We're going to talk about why. So everyone tune in, chill out, and let the good times roll.
Welcome in to another live edition of the D&Z Fantasy Football Podcast. My name is Zach, and as Nick kindly pointed out, we are joined with Blair. Drake, you're here as always well.
As always.
Your team's kind of fucked, isn't it, Blair?
No, it's a championship team.
I thought your little intro was sacred. I can't believe you let him have a word in on that.
Yeah.
I didn't think we could speak up during that intro.
I don't know. Well, my last intro was more fire, but technical difficulties, and we had to run it
That
back.
was your second
So,
go.
First man in the intro. I like it.
You know, they say go with your gut. So,
Make an appearance more often.
I guess so. Well, this is our second live iteration of the D&Z Fantasy Football Podcast. It is kind of a fantasy dead season right now, unfortunately, but I think we have a few topics we can kind of stretch out, have some conversation, just kind of
And we
spit
actually,
nonsense.
before we started recording, we had our LOC league meeting. Well, half the league ended up making it to the meeting.
yeah, what the
And
hell?
I don't know what other leagues do out there if they kind of go in and reevaluate the league year in and year out, whether you make changes or not. But we threw a bunch of polls in Sleeper. So, LOC league members, if you're listening and you haven't voted on these fucking polls, I'm going to come find you.
Where are these
and make
polls?
you
Where
fucking-
can they be found?
Get in there.
You open up the Sleeper app, make sure it's downloaded on your fucking phone. Go to the league chat, make sure you clicked on League of Compromise, and you get one choice on these polls.
And click on every poll you find.
Choose wisely, because do it. Exactly. Do
Active
it.
participation. That's what we like
But
in fantasy.
one
Come
thing
on.
I do want to make abundantly clear about LOC before we get too crazy here is we're going to get a trophy by the end of the night here. We're going to get something ordered. Blair is leading the charge. We're going to get something figured out, and we're going to have a trophy for the champion. So we've had two previous champions already. I don't know if there's something that we can do. We can throw something
24
on there.
carat,
We'll
25
figure
carat,
it out
shit's
because
gonna
two
be
people
popping.
kind of
We need to
got
figure out the league name
got gypped.
too, because that kind of changes. But
just throw LOC on there.
throw
LOC league, whatever.
yeah.
But
Traveling trophy.
one thing that we've got to kind of lock in. So this past season,
we should give the trophy. a name.
we
should
kind of
give the
lumped
trophy
in our last place punishment and our toilet bowl punishment kind of into the same thing. So we want to break this up a little bit. There needs to be punishment for who gets last place in the regular season.
Yes,
so
there should be.
That's what we're going to do moving forward. Punishment to be determined. But toilet
RDC
bowl,
22,
whoever loses.
Check in next year
so
on that.
I know
the
you.
toilet bowl does
You're gonna
carry
owe
the
us
toilet
a
bowl.
You're gonna owe
Yes.
us a punishment. RDC 22.
Whoever loses the toilet bowl, which means they won the toilet bowl, has to wear the toilet seat around their head.
Whoever loses
During
the
the
toilet bowl,
rookie
which means
draft.
they won the toilet bowl. What are we talking about here?
Blair was a champ last year and did it.
I was.
How do you
He
win?
signed his name
how do
on
you
it.
win the
I
toilet
signed
bowl?
it.
You win by losing. We just said it.
Correct. So, Nick, you will be doing that this time
I
around.
will not. I will
like
not.
the biggest
I want to
losers.
make this
Like the biggest
abundantly
loser.
clear.
It's
I will
clear.
not be wearing this toilet. I will not be signing this toilet.
You know what's going to make you feel better?
RDC 22. I know you're looking at this broadcast right now live. I challenge you to a death match.
You know what's
over
going to
the
make you
toilet
feel
bowl.
better about this toilet seat thing?
Defeating RDC 22 and
Is
making him wear it.
Is having the 101 and the 102. I think you'll be all right. too.
So,
You'll be
so
just fine.
You've got a couple months to prep yourself.
let's break down
I trust that
straight
you'll be
logic
able to.
here. Why do I have the 101? Is it because I got last in the league? Oh, it's not. It's not, is it? It's because I traded with the guy that got last.
we
in the
boo this
league,
man?
and now I have the first pick in the draft. So I will not be participating in any shenanigans, any kind of toilet seat wearing, signing, photographizing,
This
nothing.
fucking guy
None-
out of here.
none of
Roll,
the sort
roll.
is ever
Nobody
going.
agrees with you. We'll move on. Blair maybe is going to offer up his house this
So
time
you guys are
around
gonna
for the
tie
rookie
me
draft,
down.
so-
You guys are gonna tie me down and put that thing on me. Is what you guys are telling me right now?
Yes.
Yep,
Bullshit.
We'll find
Bring it
someone
on.
else to
Let's
take
go.
War Boy's spot.
Bring it the fuck on.
Deal.
Oh, the War Boys, you're gonna run on our camp,
You wear it or you get out.
brother.
I got the whole league with me, bro.
The rules are the rules.
Brother, pull up.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
But
Pull up.
obviously it is the dead time, like Zach said. So just got some topics we're going to throw out there and see where they lead.
Let's create some hot takes. Come on. Nick,
Hot takes?
Give me your hottest take.
A very cool, sizzling conservative take is I'm not going to have anything to do with that toilet seat. Hot takes. Is it really that hot to say Lamar Jackson's an absolute fucking bum?
That was going to be my hot take. Quarterback 1 season coming for Llama.
Really?
That's my take.
Why? What makes you say that?
Like 1 overall?
They
Was this a,
quarterback 1?
distant
QB1?
dream
Sure.
of times
QB1?
past?
It's a
hot
It's
take,
like
right?
People
Isn't that a
reaching
hot take?
back to good Star
think
Wars
so. I don't think
movies
that's
back
hot.
in the day and
I-
being like,
I think
maybe
that
the next
He's being
Star
drafted
Wars
as the
movie
number 5
is
overall.
going to
It's
be
not a hot
good.
take.
If he's done it before, it's not that much of a hot take,
No,
right?
no.
Right? No, that
Got a
was
little
only
red
that
pepper
was
in there,
only.
nothing more.
He's
What
got
did they
it-
say at the beginning of Star Wars? A long time ago in a galaxy
Long
far,
time
far
ago.
away.
That
Yeah,
was
that
far,
was
far away.
Lamar Jackson's bitch ass weakest MVP season that we've seen over the past decade. And y'all are expecting like, please come again, Lamar. Please have another year like that. Even though he's only had 1 year like that ever.
Well, it won't be the same situation. He's got a new offensive coordinator in Todd Monken. He's been the offensive coordinator at
I don't trust
Georgia
the guy whose last
for the
name is
past
Monken.
3 seasons. He's led Georgia to back-to-back national
Georgia
championships.
with
and,
Stetson Bennett really doing a whole lot of throwing the ball, right?
You know, he
That-
had the
that's
most.
guy. I didn't even know that.
He had the most passing
was
attempts
Stetson
out
Bennett's
of
OC?
all the quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round.
Llama is getting Stetson Bennett's OC, is what you're telling me right now? Oh my fucking god, bro.
Soak it in, baby.
I feel so.
Yeah, because those Georgia offenses were horrible.
Yeah, just the worst.
quarterback wise, though, my bro. Oh my god.
Just a Heisman finalist is all.
Yeah.
the biggest bullshit. Can we pull up those Heisman numbers? Actually, are we going to? Because they shouldn't even have invited him. He was
Yeah.
so far off a
Zach,
cliff
pull that
from
up.
the other
We'll
finalists.
let Nick know. But Baltimore also
so
goes in
far
and
off a cliff, touchdowns and yards. He was so far away from everyone else who was a finalist. It was the most disgusting, disgraceful finalist I've ever seen awarded.
Yeah. Horrible 4,200 passing yards and
And pull up everyone else.
27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
And pull up everyone
that's
else.
Not bad.
Gross.
And pull up everyone
That's
else.
horrible.
And pull up everyone else.
Well, I mean, he
They
wasn't.
invited him there because he was the quarterback of Georgia, is what happened. He didn't do anything fucking special.
I mean, he
He
was a
didn't-
walk-on at some point, and he's eventually became a 2-time national
He's
champion.
32
You're
years
gonna
old.
dog a guy for that kind of storyline?
This is
He
this
literally
is
was a
the next-
nobody.
This is the next Brandon Whedon.
That's fine. I don't expect him to have a good NFL career. That's not what we're talking
And we're
about.
telling me that this OC is Llama's OC.
I'm just
Those
saying this
quarterbacks
guy-
are nothing alike. So he has no experience coaching a quarterback like Llama, is what you're saying?
This has nothing
Wow.
to do about Stetson Bennett.
Wow.
So
but this
Caleb-
OC's
Caleb
never
Williams
coached.
actually had-
He's never coached a dual threat like Llama. This is
You don't even know that. I don't know that for sure.
wow.
Caleb Williams had fewer passing yards than Stetson Bennett did.
Oh, last year that's bullshit.
He did.
Absolute bullshit.
All right,
Got it
listen,
right in front of
listen to these
There's
stats.
No way.
Venna, listen to these stats from Lamar Jackson in this bullshit MVP run. 31, 27 passing
I know
yards.
these stats better than
30
you do, motherfucker.
36 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Guess how many rushing
least
yards? Can you
overall
guess how
yard-
many
least-
rushing yards,
least
please?
Total,
Ready, go.
Least total
Yes.
yards by an
1250.
MVP over the past 10 years ever.
1206. Great guess, Drake. That's over 5,000
I've looked
yards.
at it before.
No, it's not. He did not rush for 1,200 yards in a season.
Just
he
said
did.
Yes, he did.
1205.
Yes, he did. He literally did. It's right here.
How many touchdowns
did not.
rushing?
He did not rush for
I don't have
1,200 yards in a season.
He
did
just
not.
pulled it
7
up.
rushing touchdowns and 36 through the air.
I live in reality.
Sign me up, baby.
I live
That's
in
on
facts.
par for Mahomes MVP.
When you
season,
add
when he
Odell,
threw for
Zay
5,000 and threw
Flowers,
for 50
You're adding Odell and Zay Flowers. He's got the best wide receiver room he's ever had. A healthy Rashad Bateman.
by a long shot. It's not even close.
A second year
Stay
Isaiah
far
Likely to go
too
with
far,
Mark
far
Andrews.
away
Sets?
from Lamar
oh my
Jackson.
Goodness. This
Stay far away from Lamar Jackson.
He's got maybe the second best tight end in the NFL from
He did
OU,
not-
and you don't even want to
and I
mention your
encourage-
boy
He's got
Mark
the-
Andrews.
he's
I
got probably the
encourage
number
all
one
of
in
you
Dynasty
boys
over Kyle
listening
Pitts
out
still.
here, maybe girls are listening. He didn't
Don't
rush
disagree?
for 1,200 yards. Go look that up.
He
for
actually
yourselves.
had 1,200 in 2019, and he had 2,000 in 2020.
He did not
or
rush
what-
for 2,000 yards.
Sorry, and
You guys
1,000
see what
again.
happens here. Everyone starts making stories a little bit bigger. He rushed for about 900 that year.
Not sure that's the case, but yeah,
2,000
Baltimore
rushing
Ravens,
yards, 2 years.
So
I
7.
think I'm gonna be invested in Lamar in redrafts. I'm gonna be if he's the 5th, 6th quarterback off the board
He's a bum.
redraft. I'm snagging Llama.
Tell you,
I've already traded for him in this from this offseason. This guy hates
Aside-
Llama. Had him a Llama on his team. Spent draft
Traded him.
capital for Llama.
Traded him.
Traded him to me for pennies.
Aside,
Literal
aside,
pennies.
aside from Lamar in the passing game, I'm interested in Dobbins this year too. He's going to be a pretty interesting guy. I think he's going to be one of those comeback running backs. I think he's probably a league winner. You get him in a later round in redraft, obviously not in dynasty, but I think that guy's going to be a league winner this year. I think he's got potential to catch a lot of balls out of the backfield. Only guy backing him up is Gus Edwards. So there's not a lot of competition there, and that guy's an absolute beast.
And he's finally 2 years removed from that devastating knee injury he had.
Finally
He
took
didn't
care of
just tear his
himself last year,
ACL.
too.
He tore like everything in his fucking knee. Basically what
Yeah.
Devontae Williams has done this past year.
Yep.
So he's 2 years removed. He was never right last year. So J.K. Dobbins is a fantastic trade for target in Dynasty and just drafting in general in rookie drafts.
Also, you talk about Lamar Jackson's injury
Redrafts.
history. He's missed 8 games
I
in
didn't say any
5
of that.
seasons.
Yeah, how many
I didn't
games
say
has
any of
Deshaun
that.
Watson
It's awesome.
Didn't say that.
That's as good as it gets.
Rewind the footage. I didn't say that.
You call him a bum, and you call him a
Yeah,
bum.
He is a bum.
Why is he a
because-
bum?
Because what the fuck has he ever done?
He's
He had a
won
media
MVP.
propped up. He did not rush for 1,200 yards. That's
Yes, he did.
fabricated
I-
statistic.
1206.
Right here.
ESPN and NFL.
We're gonna
Same
hit this.
stats.
We're gonna hit this boo button a record amount of times.
Why? Fucking understand. What has he ever fucking done for anyone?
Well, let's change topic, Nick. Since
One
you're so,
playoff victory ever?
Since you're so agitated,
NFL
are you?
playoffs don't matter when it comes to fantasy.
And what the fuck has he done
This is
for
true.
fantasy wise?
Your-
since
your
fantasy-
2019?
Your fantasy playoffs are over by the time
What
playoffs
the
come
fuck
around.
has he done in fantasy other than that one magical year? This is like everyone wanting to
That's
remake
fair.
the fucking Lion King and remake the Little Mermaid.
That's fair.
And remake fucking Tarzan. We're gonna remake every fucking movie. The Jungle Book.
We're gonna have-
we're gonna remake every movie, and it's not gonna be as good.
I think
All
you're
right,
letting
my point's
recency
over.
bias take over too much, but
The
I don't-
recency of him sucking ass since 2019.
Well, Jalen Hurts had one good year, and all of a sudden he's God's next greatest fantasy asset.
He young.
He's
He
had the
mature,
same
brother.
one season success.
He in a great system.
Llama.
Lamar is immature as fuck.
Sound.
Lamar gets so
Jesus,
shook
dude.
so quick.
Lamar was there for the second
He
day of
gets so
OTAs.
shook so quick, bro. He gets so shook so quick.
But since you're so frustrated, are you guys frustrated about ETN and K-Walk, how they've got added competition into their backfield? Tank Bigsby was picked in round 3
Great
to
name.
Jacksonville.
Great name.
All name team.
Good name. Good name.
Like, if you're drafting guys with the name Tank, I think it'll work out, you know? I don't want to be wrong in that
Bigsby.
regard.
Can you
But
imagine?
Zach
being a lineman
Charbonnet
trying to
also
tackle
got
that dude?
picked. Zach Charbonnet to the Seahawks in round 2 and adds more competition for Kenneth Walker, who had a phenomenal rookie season. I'm not sure if he was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year, but was damn near close to winning Rookie of the Year
He was a
if it wasn't for
finalist.
Garrett
He's
Wilson.
a finalist, yeah.
And wheels were up for K-Walk, wheels were up for ETN, and now they're just kind of waiting around. We don't know. Like, we're still here in May. Like, they could easily win. Like, they're going to win the jobs. They're going to be the RB1s in the offense. But that's what the NFL is doing now. I mean, there's 2 running backs in every system almost at this point. It's just
Shared backfield, shared role.
sucks.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. It sucks for
It
dynasty.
sucks for the
It
prospects, too.
fantasy, but it's
it
gonna
su-
be definitely interesting to see what happens.
like
there.
I would have rather see Bigsby or Charbonnet go anywhere else
yeah.
to have maybe chance at early playing
mean,
time.
How many running backs?
Basically, every backfield added someone. I mean,
But I mean,
How many
they-
running backs though are truly like in a one backfield?
Saquon.
Austin Eckler's
It
the
looks
only
like
one.
Austin Eckler. It looks like Nick Chubb will have that coming up.
Finally, but
Derrick
yeah,
Henry
Chubb-
set them up
Chubb
for-
might have it.
Historically, he hadn't. He still put up top 10 RB numbers.
No, Henry's got
Derrick Henry
Tajay
have him
Spears riding up his
Oh, yeah.
behind right now.
Yeah.
Yep. So Derrick Henry's had it, but
One knee
maybe
Tajay.
not anymore. Who knows? So,
Najee.
but yeah, the running backs landscape definitely got tricky after the NFL draft, and with how the wide receivers performed last year, I mean, are wide receivers taking over fantasy football?
Yes.
Like you see it now in
Thank you-
drafts.
Thank
like,
you for bringing up a take I had a full year ago.
And if you did, we talked about this last pod a little bit. If you did no running back early on and picked wide receivers last year, your team was pretty
My
fucking
team was good.
successable.
Yeah.
And
I
you
got
got
Olave.
Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs. If you Devontae Adams, even I
Yeah.
remember I picked Devontae Adams like the
A.J.
third fucking
Brown.
round
A.J.
last
Brown
year,
was
and he
killer
was
last
fucking
year.
amazing. AJ Brown was great in a new offense. So I don't think we should overcorrect too much. Running
I
backs
do.
are still going to be
Running
important.
backs are still more valuable, in my opinion.
Each year is going to be a little
because there's
bit
fewer
different.
of
It's
them.
not going to happen the
Exactly.
exact
Well,
same.
The way the
But
NFL
I'm all
is
aboard wide
operating-
receivers dominating fantasy football.
The way the NFL is operating right now is everyone, if they can, is trying to do RB by committee, and
Yep.
they know for a fact it's all about. I mean, wide receivers are getting more money than running backs. I mean, they tell us with their money what they're thinking. So
Right.
wide
Absolutely.
receivers are
It's
the
true.
new it. They the new Ferrari.
I think
They the new
receivers, keep
Lamar
you
Jackson
competitive.
2019 MVP.
Running backs are
season
gonna
that's
win you
like,
games.
ooh.
I think having a cornerstone stud wide receiver is now more important in Dynasty than having a cornerstone stud running back because the shelf life of running backs is short.
Right, they're gonna get
So-
replaced like that.
Correct. Your running backs on your Dynasty roster need to be the most like in and out
Jamar
position
Chase,
of
Justin
your
Jefferson
freaking roster.
could tear their ACLs this year, week 1, and then all of the resources in the world is going to go back into getting that motherfucker back and ready to go. But if that happens to a running back, they ask a lot more questions.
Well, here's where I'll go. So 2022, I have Fantasy Pros PPR top 25
Since when?
2022 scoring PPR. Guess who the highest rated non-quarterback was and what position they were at?
Marvin Mims, wide receiver, Oklahoma.
Boo this man.
The highest.
No one. I
ask
didn't
the
hear any
question
other
again, the highest
guesses.
ranked what
Non-quarterback.
You spit it out with no
in terms
fucking
of
pause.
So-
PPR points
so,
per
yeah.
game?
Who RB1 was?
Josh
Austin
Jacobs.
Eckler by far.
Eric Gray,
was-
running
it
back,
was
Oklahoma.
It was Josh Jacobs. Guess what?
Mm.
Like rank he was overall with quarterbacks included.
4.
Lower.
10 on the dot.
13. So he was running back 1, but player 13. Guess
He scored more points than Eckler did last year.
he did, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So
Wow.
Justin Jefferson.
Fucking Josh Jacobs, man. We thought he was.
That dude's a dog.
We thought he was fucked.
Dude, that's the
playing
thing.
in the.
Put a contract on the line. That's what Eckler's got to play for this year. Barkley's got to play for this year. There's a lot of backs that got
I
to.
thought
Dobbins
didn't Eckler
got to
get
play
his
for it this
contract?
year. No,
Even
no.
Madison too.
Eckler doesn't have
I
it.
think Madison's
Dalvin
going to be
Cook's
due
going
to
to be
something.
out. Dalvin Cook's going to be
Right,
out.
Madison
There
seems
ain't
like
no
the
way
guy.
they're leaving him alone.
There's others too that I'm not.
Cook
able to
and
think
Mixon
of.
are both June 1st cuts, most likely.
I think Mixon's
think
gonna
Cook
stay.
is
I think
cut.
Cook's out.
I think Mixon seems like he's going to stay.
I think Mixon's staying.
I agree.
But
They
Justin
don't have anything to support it if he leaves.
Justin Jefferson was wide receiver 1. Guess what rank he was overall?
1.
3.
20
Wow.
with quarterbacks included. So there were
This is
1,
just
2,
PPR?
3, 4, 5 running backs ahead of him, and then
Good.
it was Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson.
What about his
who
points
didn't
per
play.
game?
Points per game.
That's more indicative than
I
total
have
points.
average.
Everybody's gonna blow up week.
Lamar last
He's
year
probably-
Mixon
had
got
more
55
fantasy
fucking points in
than
1 week.
He's
Justin
probably in
Jefferson.
the 17 range, JJ. More or less.
No, I'm surprised by that though.
Yeah, that's surprising to me.
I'm actually really
Lamar,
surprised.
who missed all of last season, had more fantasy points than Justin
But
Jefferson.
I guess
Shut the
for-
fuck up.
For context, it's not really relevant, right? You still got the wide receiver 1. It doesn't really matter where he falls. You just got to think about it in terms of where you pick your quarterbacks in your leagues.
Right.
Which
And that's probably six
rule of
point per
thumb-
passing touchdown too.
for a lot of
probably.
people in like one quarterback redraft leagues is you draft a quarterback late.
Right. I mean,
Like
you're
late
talking
round
like
QB.
third round at the earliest when you're picking your first.
And
round
now
quarterbacks.
it's those top 3-4 quarterbacks have separated themselves more than ever in fantasy football.
yeah, absolutely. The Mahomes,
Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts,
the
Mahomes, and
Hurts,
Josh
and
Allen.
Allens.
Those
I think
four guys
those
are like
a tier. I think, in my opinion, Burrow is completely separate from that.
if
top
you want
tier.
one of those guys, you're gonna have to spend a third, fourth round pick on it. You can't wait
Oh,
till the
third.
6th, 7th round to pick a fucking
you
quarterback.
might have to get one of those guys in the second if you
No
want
shit.
the top 3.
Totally
Burrow just
agree.
Goes off for 50 like
So,
on any,
speaking
So
on
of-
I was wrong on those stats, by the way. That I was on standard. I thought it just
Yes,
auto-populated.
please. All right,
It was
let's-
PPR.
All right, now
Give us
now
the
help us.
PPR.
Now help us.
Jefferson was 6. Austin Eckler was 4.
I said 4.
Okay, thank God.
Unbelievable.
I could have swore Eckler was
Thank
above
you.
Josh
Yeah.
Allen.
So
Stat guy.
the-
Stat guy.
Stat guy Zach was wrong.
Hey, people play standard out there.
I've got one standard league. It sucks.
You
Weird-
got to
weird
change that.
people.
bud.
No, I can't. It's my-
PPR is
it's
the way
my-
to go.
it's
And
my
I'm
dad's league. I can't change
I'm
that.
convi-
That ain't
Yeah,
changing.
that's
It's
a-
those old men.
I see you.
They're probably listening to me
sit
right
them all
now.
down over.
Shout
a
out
pound
Lake
of
Point League.
cigars.
Shout out Lake Point League.
I'm gonna go stalk their page now.
To all of our viewers.
Standard
One
sucks.
person, and I
I
think
think
it's
it
us.
Most leagues should be super flex now. One quarterback is just you don't have to worry about the quarterback position. You can have Geno Smith on your fucking roster all year and go win the fucking league. I did
Superflex
it
is fun when
last
you have
year.
12 teams because it gets really tricky when those
No
teams
shit.
wait for quarterback. Then you're like, I have Kyle Trask and Colt McCoy. What do I do?
Yeah, we've got a league. It's a redraft league. It's super flex, 3 wide receiver spots, and I think we've got
2 flex, 2 running
flexes,
back,
no
kicker,
kicker
no
defense.
defense.
And that fucking format
Perfect setup.
I loved that league.
Love it.
Loved that league.
Yeah,
Had a blast. And Blair won that shit.
let's go.
And you won LOC. Those are like that's
Two-time.
like the 2 best leagues to fucking win. I'd
2
say.
first championships for me ever. Been playing fantasy for 11 years. Good lord, that is a long
That's-
dry run.
That's trouble.
I won the first league I was ever in.
Never have
Win.
since.
I did just realize I forgot
Joined
to
my
hit the
dad's league
record
when I was a
button
little
again.
kid.
So we're just gonna have the video only. We won't be able to upload to like Spotify or anything.
That's all right. Next time maybe.
That's okay. I think we'll be all right.
I just realized. Sorry, that was my ADD. Like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that's
speaking
not
of
flashing.
quarterbacks, Justin Fields, is he going to take a step forward this year? Is he going to do something in what maybe Jalen Hurts did last year?
I mean,
He added DJ Moore. Is that
taking
his?
taking a step forward? He was already a top 15 PPR guy. So are we saying is he going to be like a top 10 elite guy? Are we expecting him to be
Yeah, just
like
better, I guess.
Lamar Jackson MVP season?
I doubt he replicates what
No.
he did rushing, but I think he could improve his passing
He
game.
might have the same stats, but he doesn't have that pizzazz around him for the media to coerce everyone into thinking that he's worth that MVP vote this year.
I mean, he's a Chicago quarterback.
You're talking
Chicago-
MVP?
Chicago's a big
What?
big media market. I could see them trying to boost that.
They won like 3 or 4 games last year. Justin Fields is not going to be MVP.
He could get the same stats as Lamar did in 2019, and he won't get a single MVP vote.
You would have to take a massive step forward to pass for 3,200 yards. Absolutely massive.
3,200 is so few yards. Oh my goodness.
But for
Lamar Jackson
Justin
threw-
Fields, that's a lot.
Lamar Jackson threw for 37. No, it wasn't.
No, he
30.
didn't.
It was
He's
31,
never thrown
27.
for
32
more than
and 1,200 rushing.
3,300, and he didn't rush for 1,200.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
did.
A lot of people like to say the
It's a
DJ
myth.
Moore additions, like
It's a
Joe
myth like
Burrow
the
getting
ring.
Jamar Chase, Josh Allen getting Stephon Diggs, Jalen Hurts getting AJ Brown. I mean, I like DJ Moore, but is he in the same
I don't-
stratosphere as those
no.
guys?
No. Separate tier.
Not
I
at
don't
all.
think so either.
Separate tier.
And they do still have Darnell
So
Mooney,
who did
who
Lamar,
isn't
Who
bad.
did Lamar get that's in that tier then that you guys are so excited about?
Odell.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers.
Odell's
pretty-
not in Diggs, Chase,
DJ Moore is
Brown
he's fucking
category. No.
done.
Dude, he's got Mark
full-
Andrews.
full
Mark-
year
you
of
gotta
a
stop. Mark
healthy-
Andrews is like a wide receiver one.
But the whole room itself in Baltimore is better, and
Yeah.
that's not a debate.
It
Yeah.
is
It's
better. It is better. It moved from like 24th to 19th.
Okay,
But
well,
we saw you
better.
can win an MVP with mediocre wide receivers.
No
Yes, that-
shit,
that
and a
re- that
dominant tight end.
requires- That requires
Yeah, you-
5,000 total yards.
yeah, we can't compare other quarterbacks.
And the will to
Mahomes.
win.
No, we definitely can't.
Well, quarterbacks are boring. Let's talk about running backs. Bijan Robinson, is he automatically running back 1 in Dynasty? The moment he
Yes,
was drafted
he's-
top 10
He's
to the Atlanta
definitely-
Falcons?
He's definitely RB1, but I just, like I said this on the last
Over
one,
CMC, over Brees Hall?
I just see him as
Definitely
a
over
number
CMC, it's
two,
not even
a
close.
number 2 overall type of a talent.
Yeah, I don't like this bit you got.
Yeah, this bit.
don't like
kinda-
this
This
bit.
bit sucks, and the only reason you've got it is because you've got the 1-1 and 1-2.
And why do I have the 1-1 again? Let's circle
You made
back
the
to
best
first
trade
game.
I've
you-
ever seen in my
Oh,
goddamn
You made
life.
an insane
to
dynasty
acquire
trade.
I'll give you those props.
to
Absolutely.
acquire the first pick in the draft from the guy who actually earned it because he got last.
Yeah, he got last in the league.
Beautiful.
I would have traded Najee Harris
No,
for
that's a fact. He lost the league.
obviously.
You lost the toilet bowl. It's different.
Yes, you will be wearing that
Not
toilet
true.
seat. I cannot fucking wait, bro.
I
You
mean,
cannot be a little bitch boy,
So
not do it.
no, we're gonna force him to. He
You're
will.
gonna- you're-
He will do it.
I
You
think
can't.
there will be picture
don't,
time.
Don't be a little
I think
bitch
something,
boy about
something
it.
already happened to the toilet seat. I don't even know where it's at anymore.
Yeah, you shouldn't even brought this fucking over because now he's gonna fucking steal it.
I'm taking it back.
Player,
That's
you
my-
did. You handled it
You're
like
gonna
a
try.
fucking
Thought we were
champ.
talking about running
I'm
backs.
pretty sure something happened to
That's
it.
my
already.
toilet
Yeah,
seat.
Bijan, he's RB1 now
It does have
in
your name on
Dynasty.
it.
You take him
I
over
think-
everybody.
I think age, like in a startup, yeah. I think age plus landing spot plus talent.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think startups that
Landing spot's
aren't
insane.
super flex should go Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Bijan Robinson that are not super flex startup dynasties. Like he is a top 5
Agreed.
dynasty asset, non-super flex probably. Super flex makes it a little bit trickier.
Yeah, super flex.
But-
He's probably almost. Yeah, he's still into tail round 1. I think.
I mean, we all know. I think everybody's well aware of the talent of Bijan Robinson.
I think everyone's
really
well
no
aware
secret.
of Atlanta's offense too. I think there's no world where he doesn't get 20 carries a game until he proves he can't do it.
Right.
Algiers to the curb.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for Algier owners.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
'Cause-
one of them. He's a 3rd round pick in a rookie draft for
Which
us
you
last
can't
year.
count on that guy.
Actually, 2nd, but
You can't. I mean, 3rd round picks are tricky.
Yeah.
You can't count on those guys for a long period of time.
for sure.
Like teams can easily go in and like that's why even like guys like Rashad White, I was super surprised that they didn't address anything there, and they still could.
I don't.
honestly think that they still will.
We still got Dalvin Cook. We still
But-
got Joe Mixon. We still don't know where Leonard Fournette's going. He doesn't have a contract yet.
Correct.
I've got
Whoa.
a theory though
Well,
that
Kareem Hunt,
I've
maybe
got a-
he's
Hunt.
totally out of the NFL or
I've got
not.
a
Who
theory
knows?
though that Tampa Bay is going to tank. I don't know why. I just don't see a world where you're going to bring Baker
Well,
Mayfield
you don't
in.
think Baker's going to
and
win
try
a
to
few
win.
games?
So I'm pretty nervous about the trade we made now. Now that I got Chris Godwin and traded away Marquise Brown, it's not like Marquise Brown's in a much better situation with where Kyler's
Correct,
at. But
correct.
good lord, I'm pretty nervous about Godwin.
I've got Godwin in Sigap Dynasty, and I think that he's still going to be okay. Like, we're not talking real life NFL football. He's
No.
going to get points. He's a PPR machine.
Yeah, he's
doesn't-
still a decent wide
like,
receiver, but he's not
He
top tier.
was good with Jameis Winston. He was obviously good with Tom Brady.
Right.
I think he's like good talent prevails at the wide receiver position. I still believe in Chris Godwin. He was able to come back after
Yeah.
that ACL injury and play all season. And
Last year was great. He
wasn't
did good.
fantastic, but he was solid.
Yeah,
Just
he
like
was average.
Marquise Brown was kind of in the same ballpark. I still think that trade we made a straight up trade for Marquise Brown. I gave Chris Godwin and received
Yep.
Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, because I had Kyler Murray, kind of wanted that stack, love a stack. And I still think that's a fairly fair trade.
I think
I
so
don't-
too. Year
I
removed.
think I would make it again, but wouldn't mind keeping Godwin again.
Yeah.
I still have him in one league, so I think he's a solid wide receiver too. For your, I mean, maybe not a wide receiver 1
Definitely not.
for your fantasy roster, but I think he's
He's
got wide
London
receiver
step
2. But Mike Evans, I think he's never
It's over.
failed to put up a 1,000-yard season.
This is
Does
the
it
year.
finally get broken?
This is the year.
No, there's no way.
I'd bet $100 on it.
There was some rumor that the Chiefs were kicking tires on wide
Will
receivers all around
love
the
it.
league.
Woo!
I would take a Mike Evans.
Absolutely over D Hop all day. Can you
Really?
imagine that deep ball
Over
threat?
D Hop?
I would. D-Hop.
6'3",
I don't-
1080
I don't know
deep,
what
trying to
D-Hop's
run a straight
fucking
line.
problem is. D-Hop,
Mahomes has never had a guy he can just throw the ball up to like that and just go get those 50-50 balls. Can you imagine that? Having Kelsey over the middle of the field? Oh, man.
Now, Mike
I do
Evans
agree with
would
you.
That would be dangerous.
I mean, any top tier wide receiver like that is going to be fucking dangerous, and people are going to shit themselves if that ever happens if going to KC.
I
But
mean,
Are-
you
are
could,
we at a
you could
problem
just
where
trade
no one's
Clyde
ever
and
gonna
Pacheco
trade
and just
us
never
those
run the
guys?
ball.
Are we at
maybe.
that part of our?
Veach did kind of mention how there wasn't a lot of possible trade options to trade up or trade back. They weren't getting, so they had to stay pat and pick at 31 and picked Felix.
I
People
think
are
as
just
a
like,
GM,
no, fuck you.
as-
What do
as-
you want?
If
Brett
you're
Veach
talking
is
about
calling.
trading to like the NFC, I don't think people give a shit. If you're rebuilding, it doesn't matter. So like if you were trying to give like a 4th round pick to get Mike Evans, I don't see why the Bucks
Sign me up.
say no. Even if it's like a 3rd round pick, like if the Chiefs really pony up and give him a 3rd round pick for 1 year of Mike Evans, I
Oh,
don't,
they easily
Well, fucking
would.
Randy Moss was traded
Just
for
pay-
like a
just pay
5th
his
and a fucking
contract.
7th. Like these older guys, you could just give fucking change for these
Yeah.
guys.
I just don't know that
And it
Mike could
benefits
do
you
it.
for
He's already
1,
won a
2,
Super
3
Bowl, so he
years.
doesn't have to chase a ring like D Hop should.
yeah, that's
So
true.
it is different mindset, right? Mike's got he's just got.
I
the
think
one.
anybody that gets added to this organization in Kansas City is going to be balls to the wall trying to win a championship.
But it also comes
That's
down
the
to,
fucking
do you wanna
atmosphere locker
play-
room KC has.
gonna play for a winning team or not.
I don't care who
Right.
the fuck they are.
Do you
Kadarius
wanna-
Toney It's Super Bowl or bust. And
That
that,
big
that guy
old
was,
smiley.
who knows what we thought about him a year or two ago.
Right.
As a freak.
So, I mean, I really like the thought of maybe adding another wide receiver. I just don't know where you would go and get it. You got to look at the NFC probably because no one in the I agree to your point where no one in the AFC is probably wanting to trade to us. I mean, we made the deal with
Possible,
Baltimore
for sure.
That wide receiver room
OBJ.
is looking slim. But hey, Rasheed Rice.
That's why I think Mike Evans would be good to like. Hey, we're kind of
Rasheed
this.
Rice.
We're kind of a similar wide
Mims.
receiver.
I
I
remember
don't think Rasheed Rice is
and
relevant this
one of
year
the
for
draft
Chiefs.
videos I
No,
watched that
he's
uh,
Sky Moore 2.0, which is not a bad thing.
I think he's
Yes, it
worse.
is.
I think
That's
he's
a
worse.
horrible
I think
thing.
he's worse off than Sky Moore. I don't think he's
That's
gonna
a
get
terrible
even that many
situation.
targets.
I wish that I could just have a redo pick on Sky Moore and pick Rasheed Rice. I'd rather have Rasheed Rice. Rasheed Rice is a different type of wide receiver.
You are the most
I think
optimistic
Sky Moore-
motherfucker I've ever met. in
Sky
my
Moore was healthy all year.
You get it.
Sky Moore
you get your
didn't
hopes
Hardman
do.
was there.
You get your
Hardman
hopes
was
up,
there, though.
you
I am
dive
not
balls
excited for
in,
Sky Moore this
They
year.
let you down.
Give me the new guy.
Tyreek Hill's rookie year, he had less than 600 yards. I mean, in an
Drake,
Andy,
I'll take
Andy
your
Reid
pick.
system, you do not.
You
get
send me a
targets.
second round pick for Sky Moore, I will do it.
2-1 for Sky Moore? No, not a chance. Come on.
I
But
wouldn't allow that to happen.
since-
Don't even fucking
What the fuck do you mean? You're gonna say no on me and Blair's trade?
reject.
Vetoes
Reject.
Are not
Reject.
allowed.
Denied.
Since we're
denied,
talking about
denied.
trades, I don't
Oh,
know
let's talk
what
trades.
what else we have on our bucket here, but let's talk about cooking up some trades here.
Hey.
So we're here
Whoa.
on the Dynasty Fantasy Football Reddit page here. We're just gonna read off some trades.
Let me pull up
Everyone-
keep trade cut. Let me
Oh,
go ahead.
It's just a calculator.
let's
Play that beat one more time.
It's a tool.
Whoa.
All right.
cooking up some trades here. All right.
Oh, give me that stamina.
So 10-team Superflex half PPR.
Boo.
This
Who
guy-
the fuck does half PPR?
This guy has for running backs JT, ETN, Pollard, Sanders, Montgomery, and Rashad White.
What?
Wide
Sounds good.
receivers.
Good.
Pretty good. I wouldn't do a thing, bud.
Wide receivers. He has AJ Brown, CD Lamb, Amon Ra. Yeah, why are you wanting to trade?
All
anybody?
right, move on.
Next.
This
Next.
guy
That's
wants
not
to-
real.
Next.
That is not reality.
This guy's just trying to brag about his
Next. That's stupid.
Okay, 12-team, one quarterback, half point PPR.
Boo.
I give Brandon Cooks. I get Brian Robinson.
team. Cooks.
Boring.
Easy.
I'm good with
boring.
it. I think it's fine. I
Get
think
your ass off the
they've
internet.
already
Do
been
your
talking.
own
There's a lot of
research.
pop about Gibson this year about getting him more involved in the offense. I don't think Brian Robinson showed anything to say that he's the man.
Well,
I
the
think
dude
he
got shot last year.
I think
cut him some slack.
he was
Still
fine.
played a lot.
He still played a lot of ball after. He's
After
fine.
getting shot.
He was
I mean,
fine.
you got to
Nick.
think one might.
All
you
they
know,
do with
have
him
a
is
whole
RB
off
dive.
season of
Like,
not
it's just-
getting shot.
He was medically
and they might
cleared
have a
3
bit-
weeks after and played
right, but
4
he
weeks
still
after.
got shot. A lot of people get medically cleared after.
You
getting
don't
shot.
play the game if you're not ready. Brian Robinson is a goal line back. He's going to take the ball in
Called
between the
business
10.
side of this
Yeah,
shit.
best case scenario is a
And-
Jamal
They get-
Williams.
Oh,
Oh, that is that's way too far on that side. I don't think he's anywhere near that. I think he's he's not
swag
that talented. He's not
kamikaze?
that talented.
Okay.
He was also a rookie who, to Nick's point, he got,
shot
But-
multiple
okay,
times.
So
There, he did get
but Brandon
literally
Cooks
shot.
Blair, your
is on a
pick.
new team.
Your pick. Who do you want? Cooks or Robinson?
You picked up. I dropped Brandon Cooks.
I mean,
you
I need,
picked him up.
I need
in
to know the
LOC.
teams, but I'm taking
Didn't
Brian
you?
Robinson over Cooks just because Cooks is 32, I think, this year. So
Nick.
honestly, no, I'm taking that back.
I'll
I'm taking
take the
Cooks.
man who
Cooks
got
is in
shot.
Dallas. I'm taking him.
I like Cooks.
I'll
He's
take
number
the
2
young
target
gun-
getter there.
The young
Dalton
gun
Schultz is
who's
gone.
Healing
True.
from his
CeeDee
bullet
Lamb,
wounds.
Cooks.
What?
The young man who's healing from his bullet wounds. We haven't seen what he's
I think he's
capable
healed.
of yet.
He's
There we go.
1000% healed.
Correct. And here we go.
He's doing well.
But not last year. He wasn't last year. That's right.
Gibson about to take over, bro.
Gibson's about to pop back up this year. Drake's going to be all happy about that.
I don't think so.
About
It makes
time.
sense. They should. Eric Bieniemy is going to get that shit fucking straight. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Bieniemy's going to be an animal. He's going
Bullshit.
to love Gibson. He's a do-it-all
Yes.
back.
He does
He's
everything.
not the
and
most
he's
explosive guy in the world, but he
perfect.
can catch the ball and he
I
can
am not a
run
big.
it.
He is
I am not a
explosive,
Bieniemy believer.
and he has the right size, and
Definitely
he's a
not
former wide
explosive.
receiver.
Bieniemy, who's
Oh, you want
rumored.
to? Have you seen that highlight against the
Bieniemy has
Buffalo
always
Bills?
been
It might have
tied
been
to
Dallas.
drama and
Yes.
dramatic rumors, and you're telling me he's going to the most dramatic and most of a shit show franchise in the NFL?
The
He-
Washington football team.
He's got to prove himself. The
He
NFL's
had-
not willing
He had
to
rumors
give
and
him a
drama.
job, so going to
Rumors
Washington
and
is
drama,
going to be the
true
perfect
or not,
test.
he was
He's got
tied
the
to
starting
him
job. He
here
doesn't
in
have to fight
KC.
for it.
Ooh, here. Okay, so we have some debates here.
Hold on, Antonio Gibson ran a 4.39. If you're telling me that's not explosive, I don't know what to tell you. That same 40 time is
I think
Why-
flatline speed and explosiveness
Yeah,
are
it's
two
different.
different things.
That was one.
but
That was once.
40-yard
that was
dash,
Many a
that's not
moon
flatline
ago. That
speed.
was many a moon ago.
exactly what a.
That's what.
whatever. Antonio Gibson is explosive. I don't care what you say. Go ahead.
Look
what
at the
is it- what's next
explosive
one?
run rate of
So
Antonio.
we all
Gibson.
picked Brandon Cooks over Brian Robinson.
No, I picked.
Okay,
I picked,
you're a B-Rob. All right.
I picked.
Zach,
Yeah,
what-
then I picked Rob.
Just final declare there.
I think in Dynasty, I would take Brian.
Got it.
I would take the risk.
split.
You're either
Fair trade.
you're either taking one more year of
Team needs.
if you're
Agreed.
if you're win now, I would take Cooks, I guess. But if you're trying to rebuild and looking for high upside, I would
It-
do.
What it was a half PPR league too, didn't you
Mhm.
say? So
Yeah.
that lowers Cooks down.
Okay. So moving on to the next one, 12-team Superflex full PPR. This is a good one. Drake's gonna miss out. Give CD Lamb, Desmond Ritter, a 24-second and a 26-second. I don't know why you deal with
Oh my
made-up
God.
picks,
That's so fucking stupid.
but you receive T. Higgins, Brock Purdy, in a mid to early 24 first.
All right. Higgins, Purdy first for CD Lamb, a 2024 second and a 2026 second. And who else?
Desmond Ritter in a Superflex league.
I'm taking
I'm
the
taking
T.
the
Higgins side.
latter.
It's not even
Yeah, I'm
close.
taking the latter.
Not
That's
even
dumb.
close.
A
Desmond Ritter to me is
2026
worthless,
pick?
and a 2026 second. That's just stupid.
A
But I mean-
2026 pick is
That's
so
three
worthless, it's
fantasy
not even
seasons
funny.
away to grab a rookie.
Yeah.
Why would you
The
do
fact that you're like, oh, maybe there's that draft is just going to be loaded, and with that 2026
Tell you what, on
second
top of
round.
disagreeing, we should just ban that. It shouldn't even be allowed.
I agree. But I mean, this guy.
Get out of that league, kid.
If this guy who is, I guess, the receive end of this or the give end of this, getting Higgins, Purdy, in a 24 first, I feel like that's trade robbery.
That's literally robbery.
yeah. But I mean, 2 seconds. I mean, technically, I guess is kind of worth it. But whose upside do you think is better, Ritter or Purdy?
Purdy.
Definitely Purdy.
Definitely Purdy.
Even with Drake London, Kyle Pitts,
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson.
We've just already seen it from Purdy.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
the thing. You just haven't seen it with,
Yeah.
with
All right,
Ritter.
let's
And
go.
he
Let's
didn't
go
have anyone to
two
play
more.
against, right? All he had to do was steal it from Mariota, and he
I mean,
couldn't even do that.
Fine.
Clearly,
Find two
Atlanta
spicy
is
ones.
ready to rock and roll with Ritter, so maybe there's something we don't know, but
Yeah.
we just haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
They're not ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Caleb Williams is just on the horizon.
What is up with all these stupid 1 QB guys? All right, 12-team PPR Superflex.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's it right there, boys.
Give Garrett Wilson and a 2024 second projected late. You can't decide. But
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
a 2024
Projected late.
second.
Sure.
Get David Montgomery, Elijah Moore, Derek Carr, and a 2024
No.
first.
No.
projected late.
Ooh.
No. No.
I'll take Garrett Wilson over that.
No.
Garrett Wilson, after this year, if he
That
performs,
this is
Option
super
A.
flex.
Give me option A.
Garrett Wilson is 1 year away from being like
That's a relatively
untouchable
balanced trade.
fantasy
Option A. No, it's
assets.
not. Option A.
That's
I
a
want
bunch of
option A.
fucking.
Montgomery, Mitchell, and a first.
Fuck Montgomery.
Moore.
That's a bunch of-
Elijah Moore.
That's a bunch of
Oh, more.
pennies for a fucking dollar. I'm not trying to take.
Yeah,
a
I'm good on that actually.
Like, okay, so 24 first, does that equate Garrett Wilson? No.
Maybe.
You're going to need more than
Exactly.
a first round pick
No.
for Garrett Wilson.
That's
No.
the thing. That's where I get hung up. Maybe.
Then
mean,
I wish.
But I see it more as.
I'll give you a 24 first for Garrett Wilson right now.
I see.
What would you do that?
I see this trade.
That's
more
not straight up
as
though. That's
I
a
see it more
quarterback.
as-
You got to think of quarterback trade in Superflex.
Yeah,
it
it's a-
means a lot.
Superflex PPR.
I know I
see
know it's
it's
Carr, but
Derek
Carr
fucking
could have
Carr.
5 more years as a league median quarterback, which is a big deal in a Superflex league.
Yeah, if
Derek
you-
But
Carr.
Garrett Wilson is the best asset in this trade.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, you're right.
But-
which is why they've tacked on a second-round pick.
But I think
You have to.
what it is you're trading Derek Carr in a 2024 first for Garrett Wilson, and you're trading David Montgomery and Elijah Moore for a 24 second.
Yeah.
Which I think in PPR 12 team,
Superflex.
yeah,
This is
depend.
pretty close.
It's
Give me the
close.
Garrett
Depending on
Wilson
your
side.
team need, I agree. Give me the Wilson side.
If you're competing, yeah, I hold. But if you're rebuilding, I take that second and David Montgomery and Elijah Moore.
I just really think Garrett Wilson, after this upcoming season, maybe the next one after that,
I'm Wilson both ways.
he's going to be like an untouchable kind of guy. Like, he's going to be top 3, top 4, top 5 fantasy dynasty wide
he's
receiver. Like,
definitely
I think
separating
he's
himself in that,
well on his
that
way.
loaded wide receiver class from Drake London, from Christian
like,
Watson.
and
of
I
he's the best
hate
of that
myself
class.
for not picking
From
the
Chris
fucking
Olave.
guy and picking Sky Moore over him, and I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Here we go.
Word.
10 team Superflex PPR. Give Bijan Robinson. Get Amon Ra and Najee.
Wow.
Oh.
I
10 team
No.
PPR Superflex.
You might need like just a little cherry on top, and you might be able to get that done for Bijan. But that's
pretty good.
Someone's trying to
that's
give.
close.
Someone's trying to give Bijan.
to get that,
I'd
you
get
can easily
I'd get a
that.
little cherry on top if you're going to trade Bijan
Think
away.
about it.
If you can
Completely,
get a 24
completely
second, would you
unproven
do
for
it?
a top 10 wide receiver and a top 24 running back.
I think Najee will kind of bounce back this year. I think
exactly. So if you're getting a top 15 running back,
I don't think he's top 12.
I think Amon Ra, we know he's good. He's probably
top 20.
going to be good for a long time.
Top 20 for a long
And
time.
Jared Goff might be that quarterback there for the foreseeable future, and he's already proven that he can make Amon Ra fantasy relevant. So if you are needing a wide receiver and a running back just to kind of
Do it.
replace what Bijan might need,
Do it.
but I would maybe try to get a little cherry on top if you're going to trade away Bijan. But I do love some Amon Ra.
yeah, I do enjoy the Amon Ra. I like really like Amon Ra. I love just saying his full name, like
Yeah,
super
top tier.
pronounced. Yes. Ooh, here we go. 10 team Superflex PPR. You need to pay attention to this one, Nick.
Yeah.
Give the 101
Mm.
No.
Jonathan Taylor, Dak Prescott,
Yeah, no.
George Kittle,
Whoa.
and a
He's not done.
2024 first.
No.
Holy shit, that is
Whoa,
quite
hold
the
on.
haul.
One more time, please.
No.
Which-
I don't even want to hear it.
The fact that you can get that for the 101 this year, like, don't even think about Bijan. Whatever. He's great. He's going to be great. The fact that you can get a haul like that
You
for the
can't.
101 should not be fucking ignored.
One more time.
You
One more
can't
time.
though. This isn't real. This is Reddit.
That doesn't even sound real.
JT,
It's
Dak
Reddit. This
Prescott,
is not real.
Kittle, sorry, and a 24 first.
That's
super
dumb.
flex.
That's dumb. That's not real.
Do you think the
Vinna,
101 this year has
would you
more
accept
value
that?
Yes.
No shit.
And
last year
100%.
over Brees?
I
It's not even
had the
close.
101, and I haven't fielded a single offer. I had it last year in SIGAP Dynasty in a one quarterback league. Had the 101. Never fielded one single trade offer.
You didn't
no
even
one
think
sent,
about it.
No one sent me anything. I wasn't trying to trade out of it because I traded for it.
Right.
And
But you wouldn't have even
But-
thought about it.
this year, whoever has the 101 in that same fucking league, I've hit up, and he's fielded multiple offers so far, and he's waiting till the rookie draft or leading up to the rookie draft. He's waiting all offseason to trade that away to wait to get that best possible pick. It's Pablo Pops.
He's
And
trying to trade it.
He's thinking about it. He's actually considering it, which he should, because the amount of haul that you can get for it, you should consider it.
It might be
And
worth
if you don't
it.
want to do it, don't do it and pick Bijan Robinson. You're you're in fantastic shape. And I don't know, that kind of made me a little salty that he's just like the 101 can only lose value, right?
The longer
We
you
know
wait,
Bijan's
the,
good.
The longer you wait to do your rookie drafts, the more and more that 101 has potential to lose value just because, I mean,
He could tear his fucking ACL day
Yeah.
one of training camp.
yes.
We have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
You can't predict this shit.
Who did that 2 years ago? Was that ETN got hurt?
Yep.
And,
That
yeah.
foot injury.
Yeah, dude, that was critical. We were doing a draft. Was it OGAG? I think we were doing OGAG.
Cam Akers went down that same time.
Cam Akers
I
went
think,
down
which sucked.
during the draft or something. That
It
shit
was like a
crazy.
couple days before.
That was
Yeah,
not good.
Cam Akers went down in the preseason, didn't he?
I don't remember, but
But
it
yeah,
was
he
training
didn't-
camp.
It wasn't the regular
preseason.
season.
Yeah.
Um,
So I mean, if you want if you want to trade away the 101, there's no fucking issue in doing it right now, today,
Mm-mm.
tomorrow, a couple weeks from now. But if you're just gonna hang on to it, you might as well just hang on to it.
yeah.
And field picks or field offers if you want to, and then make a decision if you really want to. But if you want to trade it away, it's not a bad time to do it.
I like this one, dude. This is a fun trade.
I'll
Uh,
pass.
So this is
Bet-
actually from Rock Chalk Jayhawker 23 on Reddit. So
Hit the
this,
fucking boo button right now.
This is local. Where's
Are those
where's the good-
KU Ultra Boost you got on, Blair?
No.
Are you a KU
No.
guy?
I root for him. I'm not a big.
The
KU guy.
fuck?
I mean,
Yes or no question.
Yeah, I've been.
Who's your college team other than Pitt State?
D1? I'm KU. Come on.
Okay.
Weak fan. What a weak fan. That was the.
You didn't seem very excited.
I mean, I
terrible
don't. So I don't
representation of that
watch college
university.
football.
Can
So
you-
that's
are you
kinda
the
deal.
mascot of KU?
The only collegiate sport I watch that's D1's basketball.
He's the little J.
I see.
All right. So anywho, 12 team Superflex. Give Howell in a 2024 second. Not this guy's. So he has two 2024 seconds. So give Howell in a 2024 second.
So nothing.
Get Carr.
Yes, take it. Car done.
I mean,
Not even close.
That's too complicated.
Not
I
even.
think
It's not
that's
even
just a wash.
complicated. Done.
All of these
Car
trades.
mine.
Did you
all
say it
these-
was Superflex?
Everything that's been read off to me.
Done.
Y'all are
Done,
thinking
done,
way
done.
too deep into this. You all are
Take
getting
it.
way too deep into this.
Do
You're
it.
getting deep into your minds.
I
and
don't think at the end of the day,
twisting
I don't
up
think
all
that,
kinds of narratives and shit. You just got to boil it down to the basics. What the fuck's the difference between a Sam Howell and a Derek Carr in that pick?
I agree. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference at the end of the day between Howell and Derek Carr. So if there's a second round pick on top of Howell, I might lean that way.
Mm-hmm.
Howell, I mean, okay, Jacoby Brissett is a quarterback in Washington currently.
Yes.
He could be the starter. We really don't know. So right now, today, that kind of seems maybe like you would lean on the Derek Carr side because you know Derek Carr is going to be starting. But by all intensive purposes, it seems like Howell should start as of today. So I don't, like Nick said, I don't think there's going to be too much of a difference between Howell and Carr at the end of the day.
People are thinking too deep.
I do like the potential. Like if we could had a crystal ball and can guarantee Sam Howell being the starting quarterback for Washington for 3 years. I love their wide receivers, man. I love their wide receivers.
Their offensive unit, like, is good.
Dotson,
They're good.
Dotson,
Curtis Samuel.
McLaurin,
They've
Curtis
got-
Samuel. I mean, they have Gibson.
Two good
for-
running backs,
for
it
right
seems,
now.
like
Be-
decent
or
to
Brian
good
Robinson.
running backs.
Exactly. So, I mean, they have a decent offense. It's
Add Bieniemy. I mean, Bieniemy, it's a new OC. You don't really know, but it's exciting.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have much faith in Bieniemy.
Even if we think Bieniemy's like,
I don't.
if he can, if he's 60% of Andy Reid and he can take that to Washington,
Then I don't
I-
think
I-
that's going to be a whole lot. I mean, Washington is a shit show.
So you're on the Derek Carr side.
I wouldn't participate in this trade because, like I said,
They've
I
got
think-
new ownership.
I
Nick.
think motherfuckers
it could
are
be a
thinking too
whole
deep.
different story. We have no idea.
new ownership
Yep.
until they're going to get hit with lawsuits and
Let's-
IRS charges that are to follow for everything they've done.
Final answer: Howard, second round pick over Carr. Fuck Derek Carr.
Howell.
How?
I would take Carr win now, but I think the Howell one is a little bit more interesting. 12 team PPR Superflex. This guy says he is competing. Give Garrett Wilson, get Amon Ra, and a 2024 second.
Yes.
Why would you give away a top 3 receiver potential if you're competing? No,
There's
stupid.
No difference, no
Next.
difference between those.
Next
receivers.
topic.
One comes
No
with the
comments
pick.
further.
I don't know if you can trade Garrett Wilson for Amon Ra plus.
That's what
A
I'm
sec-
saying.
That doesn't
Second?
sound horrible.
Fuck that.
Well, I think
No.
that it's kind of like last time. They're the same fucking player, and then you get plus a pick.
Yeah,
No.
it's kind of like when I traded
Age-
Mark
You
Andrews.
motherfuckers need
Age,
to get
team
off fucking
potential.
Reddit and get a
Aaron
fucking
Rodgers or Jared
girlfriend.
Goff. No thanks.
Jared Goff was a top 10.
I'm good.
I mean, Amon-Ra has got more of a secure
Three-time
argue.
MVP.
That's fair. I agree with that.
3
I don't
times.
know. I think this is a fairly even trade. I mean, you're really betting on, like, you're getting Amon-Ra knowing what he is. He's a top 15 receiver. He probably won't crack top 8. But if you have Garrett Wilson, I mean, he was like wide receiver, at least in our league, like 20 as a rookie.
Amon-Ra was the number 7 wide receiver last year.
Oh, really? Shit. Hey.
And I mean, maybe he takes a step back with Gibbs there, snagging more receptions. Like they did add, they got rid of Hawkinson, but they drafted Sam Laporta, who we really like out of Iowa, the tight end.
Yeah.
But I mean, rookie tight ends, you can't expect a whole lot out of it. But there's no DJ Chark there anymore. And I mean, Amon-Ra, I think he should be able to repeat as a top 10 guy.
It's EDC.
And if you're I like Garrett Wilson too, but if you're trading Garrett Wilson for Amon-Ra plus, I'm okay with that.
I think this is pretty even, but I don't know if you're. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, it's just a very even trade. Get it if you want it, I guess. Or
Yeah, I mean, Garrett Wilson was still wide receiver 21 last year, but his situation has improved.
definitely.
But they did add, I mean, Elijah Moore out the door, added Mecole, added Lazard,
Who's hurt?
who, yeah, him and Aaron Rodgers are hurt. So who knows if Aaron Rodgers is even going to start week 1. Probably will. It's fucking May.
But yeah, so I don't know. It was pretty interesting. Just kind of shot the shit, talked
is.
some fantasy.
It is trade season. Send me trades. If you're listening, LOC members, I am always open for an honest trade discussion. And I check my shit every day. And Zach gets mad at everybody else for not checking their shit. I check my shit. Send me a fucking trade.
Well,
Let's make a trade.
I need to see if like there's anything that either of us need. But thank you all so much for listening. That was the wrong button to hit there. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll catch you next time on the DNZ Fantasy Football Podcast.
Be out of here. Peace.